We are on. Welcome, Dank Sportscast, Ep.12, live on YouTube, Facebook right now. Currently, you can find us on Instagram as well. How's it going, man? Alive and well. I'll share the stream real quick to mine.
Oh shit, I'm on mine.
You're good. You're up and rolling.
Was I?
Yep. I do that.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's Thanksgiving weekend here in United States. How was your Thanksgiving?
Pretty cool. Listen, I got the dopest family on the planet.
Second to mine. Second to mine. Well, you want?
We had a great time. We had so much food. This is one of those years when I really was like, I know what Thanksgiving is all about. Food is so great.
Now, what does that mean? Expand on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what Thanksgiving all about?
I just think that Thanksgiving is like a year to just, to come back together and say, damn, here we are, enjoying another great meal together, focused on one thing, which is, I'm dead ass. Like, that's how I felt this year. Like, fucking ate and got sleepy and shit was dope. Thank you, Jeff.
So do you think it's as simple as just a day to be thankful?
I think it's just a day to appreciate each other. You know what I mean?
Anything and everything?
Yeah.
Or just each other, like people?
Where the fuck are you going with this?
I'm just asking.
No, I'm asking you because I feel like I'm going to be a question. So,
yeah, well,
so you bought the bottle of liquor at $2.23, right?
No.
I didn't buy it.
I'm just trying to figure out.
You know you fucked up, right? You done fucked up.
I'm just trying to figure out what Thanksgiving means to you because it's one of those holidays that comes with a lot more like feelings. Like you're supposed to be thankful. Easter, if you're religious, okay, it means a certain thing. Halloween, you're not really. It's fugazi stuff. So I'm just asking what Thanksgiving means to you. That's all.
Oh, good.
And if it's just a day to be thankful, and
just to turn up. Bro. I like to turn up. Shit.
Yeah, it's not set up. Just curious on how you.
I would like that.
Well, I mean, now here's my time. My setup.
You had something.
No, I didn't. This is all freestyle. I'm just going. But is Thanksgiving a racist holiday?
What? Why?
Well, given off how it was created. With the Pilgrims and the Indians and
Jeffrey, I am way too Dank Dad right now to go here with you.
I warned you. I warned you.
We just started Dank Dad, and you want to go philosophical? I don't know where to go.
I'm just asking.
Oh my God!
No, because a lot of people post about that.
No, it ain't racist.
All right.
Thanksgiving's racist. Who posts about it?
A lot of people. It's no different. It's that's when the Native Americans lost their land. To a lot of people, that's not just like conspiracy shit. That's real.
Well, since you put it that way, fuck. Okay, I got a lot of Native American friends here. Damn, Chad.
No, I mean it's something I've always thought about. Like,
I don't look at it like that. Like I just look at it as I look at it just a day. You know what I'm saying?
So do I. I don't go around looking for the craziness in it, but it's. I think it's one of the holidays that comes with the most controversy. It comes with the most controversy.
I like how you let me just go on about it before you had your little ulterior motive in the back of your head. You let me just.
I promise on everything that was not.
I think you're lying.
No, I'm a kid.
Yeah.
I'm the kid.
No, listen. I don't think it's racist at all. And listen, I just love giving my family, and I love seeing my kid, my just not my kids, but I love looking at my nieces and just seeing how they grow and just all that shit.
I like that too.
For me, you know what I mean? Like that for some reason we do here at Dank Dads, I feel like we shouldn't ever let shit be what people make it out to be.
Yeah.
Let's make it whatever the fuck we want it to be.
Right, of course, absolutely.
Like
Thanksgiving is always for me.
I'm gonna keep it positive. Like salute to the Indians, salute to the Native Americans and all that shit. I'm sorry, but you did. But I love a good turkey. You feel me? Some ham. Come fuck with me.
What's your favorite dish?
anything I make. You know what I'm saying? I'm a hell of a cook. You dig? But
Thanksgiving.
my wife makes some monster macaroni and cheese. And for a white girl, let me tell you what, it's monster. She got the recipe from her old boyfriend's grandmother, I think it was. Yeah. I'm thankful to that motherfucker. He's a black dude for sure. Hey, listen, salute to Justin, nigga. Your grandmother's macaroni and cheese. Was it Justin or was it Kevin?
Whatever. He can get 2 claps.
Maybe it's Kevin. Kevin's grandmother. I don't know. Salute to my wife for dating black guys, though, for making a dope macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, no, Thanksgiving for me has always been a family thing growing up. Football, of course. I got a pretty big family on my side. My wife does too. And it's always been a thing growing up, whether going to Auntie's house or grandma's house, whatever it might be. It's always been a fun holiday for me. And then NFL is really, I feel like, capitalizing on their Thanksgiving football. They've been playing football for many, many years, right? But now they got whole halftime performances. They got a lot of marketing into these Thanksgiving games.
Yeah, they do.
Did you like any of that football?
Listen, Mexico game was crazy.
It was last week. Yeah.
Yeah, all I saw was fucking San Francisco 49. Like, they go hard in Mexico for your team.
They do. And I think they went pretty hard for Arizona too, but Niner fans in general, the Niner community, they travel really well. Like, they got most of the teams on the West Coast, the Niners have, I don't know, it's not the Niners, of course, it's some guy who's a Niner fan, has a bar like really close to all these opponent stadiums, like everywhere. There's one in Arizona, like literally right on the same street that the Arizona stadium is on. There's a full Niners bar, big ass bar with just nothing but Niner stuff in it. And they do that. They have one in Seattle, LA. So they travel really well, and they definitely got a fan base in Mexico City. That's for damn sure.
But listen, did you see the luchador mask that they made for them?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, that's a real fucking culture, man. That's no bullshit.
No, one of the main wrestlers down there in Mexico, I don't know his name, but he's known for that mask, and he gave a custom one to Kittle. Kittle wore it.
Oh, that's the particular wrestler dude who gave it to him.
Yeah, for Kittle specifically, I'm sure there's a bunch of, like, there's Rey Mysterio who wore a mask. There's a bunch of those guys that wear masks, but I guess the main guy in Mexico, I don't know his name, the main wrestler, he linked up with George Kittle. Because Kittle's all about that. Kittle's
about everything.
Yeah,
Kittle's about life.
Kittle is about life.
I don't want to get into it. I want to go NBA real quick. Let's dump some NBA real fast. What's going on?
I don't know. I told you this morning that I feel like it's kind of boring.
Yeah, I feel like
starting off slow.
Yeah, I feel like sports, everything was boring, but I feel like college held us up a little bit. But this shit with Dwight Howard overseas, man.
He's just killing.
I mean, what do we do?
Before the season, he's on some Navy SEALs Fear Factor TV show, jumping out of fucking helicopters and all this crazy shit. And I don't know exactly if that was in the States or over there already, but
no, he probably was here for sure.
But now he's just balling his ass off in Taiwan, right? Taiwan?
Yeah, but why? So why Juan? Why?
Should
I turn this off? Do we copyright infringement, you think? Yeah.
Might as well, I guess. Fuck it. It's hard to tell.
It's all good. Fuck it.
Can't see logos or anything, so
it's all up.
Is it to prove a point? Is it to stack his numbers so he can get one last NBA little contract?
No.
Or what is it?
No.
What's it for?
I just think he
still wants to play.
Yeah, I think he's bored with life. He's one of them type of dudes, bro. He's one of them type of guys. If you look at him and pay him attention, hey, yo, this little heat is doing us right. Yeah, you doing okay? You solid?
Good.
Hey, listen, by the way, man, salute to us, man.
Yeah, no, shout out to you.
No, get out of here. Salute to the Dank guys, man. Look at us, man. We done upgraded a little bit. You hear me? Anyway, listen, I don't know exactly what that's about. Like, I think he just needs something to do. And I think he knows that he's not done playing basketball, but he's like, yo, you know, at the end of the day, he wants to play. And fucking, he's gonna score 97 points.
I wonder. I'm gonna look this up after the show. How much they paid him? What kind of money is he bringing in over there?
A lot of times when you go over there and do that shit, my homeboy said, like, the money's cool, but the amenities is what is amazing.
They treat you like a king.
Oh, for sure. He's eating off a gold flatware for sure.
Damn. And then why Taiwan versus any of the other Spain? There's a bunch of big time basketball.
But yo, Taiwan make all the bullshit. They make all the little knickknacks and little buttons and shit. I bet they paid them a fucking bag over there. Straight up. But yeah, we cannot have Dwight Howard over in Taiwan dropping 100 points a game. We can't have that shit. All right. So let's get to Pat Bev, man. What the fuck is going on with Patrick Beverly?
Well, he's always been the heart, right? He's always been a lot of extra, the hard effort and extra hustle. But how much, when you're averaging like 2 points a game in your 12 to 15 minutes that you're playing, maybe in one assist and a rebound, what starts to weigh heavier on the team? The not having a guy that can hustle, or having a guy that only averages 2 points when he's out there? Like, what's worse? Cut bait and not have that hustle on your team, or just hope that he gives you one energy spark a game? And
do you think this is a build up for further down the road, though?
Like, for what?
For what?
Retirement for Pat Bev?
No, I mean, like for the season, like I think they're building up momentum a little bit. The Lakers.
Yeah, they're 7-11 now. They were the last in the league for the first 2-3 weeks of the season.
How long are they going to suspend Pat Bev?
I think it's 3 games.
Oh, that's not bad.
3 games, just shoved from the back.
Luka Don, they lost to the Raptors. Shook a nail.
He's averaging almost a triple-double.
Is he amazing or what?
And he looks like he does it with ease.
I mean, listen, bro. Listen, I swear I've never seen. I haven't never seen nothing like this before. And I'm not talking about a white boy either. I'm just talking about it in general. He is. He's a cold motherfucker, man.
He has everything. He can shoot. He has a post game. He has a layup package. He has everything. And he doesn't look like, when you see like John Morant flying around. He looks like, damn, that dude's athletic as fuck.
Listen.
You don't see that. It might as well be me in a fucking jersey out there.
Listen, I didn't want to say that, but you give off a little Luka vibe every now
I'll
and
fucking
then.
take that. Thank you.
Hey,
that's a solid compliment.
You give off a Luka vibe a lot.
You should see me at work. I definitely. I got my Luka on for sure.
Listen, I watch this. How that motherfucker look.
Oh damn! Thank you.
Is it okay?
I'll take Luka's dope.
All right, cool. Listen. I wonder, can he dance? I'd love to see if he could dance.
When he talks, I would say no. Just to based on how he talks.
The way this motherfucker moves on that basketball court, bro, there's no movement wasted whatsoever, dog.
And he's like 21 years old.
Seriously, how old is he, bro?
I'm gonna be close to
24. I think 24. That's young as fuck. Hey, I am pretty smacked.
23. All right.
23.
Cut it in the middle. But he still has a solid 10 more years without injury to be really balling.
10 years. That's the way they're playing now. Forever.
True. That's a good point.
He's a hell of a basketball player, man. And
damn, you said my basketball game is like Luka. Thank you. Shout out to you. No, that's funny. No, Luka's nasty, bro. He's gonna get an MVP this year.
It's not.
I know.
But hey, listen.
I know.
Okay.
I know.
Whatever you want it to be.
I know it's not.
Listen, whatever the fuck you want it to be.
I definitely know
it's
it's
our
not.
Show. If you want to have movements on your intramural court, just like Luka 9, it's all love.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Go for it, fool.
The closest I'll ever be.
All right, let's move on to see some college football, boy. What? Hey, listen, TCU. Hey, first and foremost, I'm a TCU fan.
Me too.
I love TCU, and I hope TCU goes. We need them to go.
So they still have a championship game, right? That they got to play.
Who do they? They got a conference championship?
Sure, they do. I'm just saying, yeah, I'm pretty sure that they still have a conference championship.
What's up with
Because what I'm worried about them is, have they played anybody?
TCU?
TCU, yeah. I mean, yeah, they're playing Oklahoma. Kansas had a good year. Texas, Oklahoma State, stuff like that. But
Kansas State had a good year.
Yeah, no, I'm saying they're playing. A lot of those teams had good years, but I don't think that conference is really it this year as far as like upper echelon. Like Oklahoma's 18th in the country, Texas 17th, somewhere in there.
You got to watch. You have to watch TCU play. Like you have to really like. I've been watching them like every single week. Like my wife would tell you, like I haven't missed a game. What I'm saying is that when you see TCU and what they have in place as far as defensive linemen, as far as their schemes, as far as their linebackers, every single level of defense for TCU is very comparable to Georgia.
I would agree. Their defense is legit. It's kind of crazy they can put up 62 points and not have one skills player over 100 yards.
Listen.
And they have 62 points.
Listen now.
Insane.
Listen. We talked last week, and we were talking about Deion Sanders saying that he needs the boys up front before he could ever compete with these guys.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I watched TCU for 2 straight weeks. These guys have exactly what it takes.
Damn, they have 2 pick sixes in that game.
Listen. Look. No, you said last week, hey, can they compete with Georgia? You said something to that effect, right? Yeah.
I think
I think they can. After watching now, listen, and these boys are thick on a whole nother level. Let me tell you something. There's a difference in watching a bunch of thick boys play some football. Now, Georgia got some athletes, but they got some thick boys at every position. Listen, to see a big 210-pound safety moving the way they fucking safeties moving is insane. It's not the same. I think we may see something special this year in college football playoffs.
I hope so. Well,
no bullshit.
To look at it, doesn't look like they have a college championship.
TCU?
TCU.
Hell no. In history, probably not. Hell no.
But Georgia still has to play LSU in the SEC championship next Saturday. LSU just lost. Georgia's going to probably beat LSU.
Oh, no.
LSU just lost.
What? So what?
I mean, Georgia's undefeated.
Here's the thing. Listen. What if they lose? What if they fucking lose? Please talk to me about that.
I don't know.
Oh, my. Well, they wouldn't drop out, right?
Well, there's only 3 other teams that are undefeated. 2 other teams that are undefeated.
Ooh.
Michigan and TCU. So there's going to have to be a 1-loss team in there still. Ohio State's a 1-loss team. And Georgia would be a 1-loss team. USC is a 1-loss team.
But okay, so but they got, does it count that they got smashed a little bit? Ohio State?
Ohio State.
Yeah.
Against the number 3 team? That's, I don't know. Maybe. I'm pretty sure, though, they have to.
They got smacked.
No one wants to see that matchup.
They got smacked.
They did in the second half. They only scored 3 points in the second half. But no one wants to see that matchup again in 3 weeks from now. Ohio State, Michigan.
Can you do
something different?
Georgia,
Michigan, TCU, and
Ohio State.
If Georgia wins, Georgia.
Either way, first of all, listen. It doesn't matter. Listen.
That's just a terrible time to lose, though.
Michigan can't fuck with TCU Ohio State can't fuck with TCU. Let's get to it.
Saying TCU's taking it home this year?
What?
They're beating at Georgia?
I'm going with TCU to win a national title this year, and I'm going with San Francisco 49ers to win the NFL, win a chip.
Take it.
Super Bowl.
Well, so if Georgia loses, that puts Michigan at number 1, TCU at number 2, Georgia probably 3, and then the 4th, I don't know, USC maybe. Just because they're but everyone else has 2 losses. Like Alabama has 2 losses. Clemson has 2 losses. LSU has 3 losses. LSU's 5th in the nation, and they're 9-3.
That means we're seeing some good football in college.
Yeah,
that's all that means.
Playing a lot of good people.
You're fucking right. Some good barn burners, bro. So what do you think? Like, do you think? Wait, I'm telling you.
I think a perfect world for my love of college football would be Michigan, TCU, USC, and Georgia probably, just because I couldn't put anybody else in there. I think Georgia, out of the teams that have 1 or 2 losses, is probably going to be the most deserving if they lose to LSU.
And LSU just lost.
I think that those records are accurate, though, as far as that loss. So that it should be 9-3. But I think for college football, if you had TCU, Michigan, USC, and then somebody else, like that's a complete turnaround for what we've been used to the last 10 years.
I'm telling
that's a complete different.
Listen.
And then they go to and then they move it to 10, 12 teams. That's gonna be even better.
Listen.
It's gonna be even better.
So, do we drop Ohio State at USC? Is that what you do?
I guess not. Yeah,
listen,
probably not. Then
you can't.
Ohio State would probably have to stay in there.
Come on, man. You can't get beat like that, bro. You can't get beat like that
by
your
rival.
The
thing is, no one's going to want to see that matchup again.
It's not about that.
It is.
It's not about. I don't think so. You can't get beat like that by your rival, bro, and then say, oh, yeah, you can't.
USC's 1 loss is a 1-point loss at Utah.
Come on, bro. And they what? What is Utah? Number 14 in the country?
20.
Well, okay.
So, but it's 43-42. So, give it to USC.
So, if we had USC, now I don't think USC can play. I think it would be cool to see.
What about Alabama? Alabama will probably be 5 next week. Or 6. They're 2 losses, though.
I just don't think Alabama. Oh, fuck it. Yeah.
I don't want it. I want all new fresh faces.
But do they deserve it considering where we are in college football right now? Do they deserve it?
The fresh faces?
Alabama.
Oh, no. Alabama? Hell no. So
you don't think they deserve it?
No. You took your 2 losses. You can't afford that.
You're right. Fuck that.
You took your 2 losses.
Yeah.
You got to get out of here.
Fuck them. Fuck you.
Yeah.
No, Nick Saban was a good man.
Because if you ask that to a TCU fan, they'd be like, fuck that, man. We're undefeated. We're playing our ass off, right? Can't give it.
Right.
I think everyone knows, though, like, for the most part, in college football, even before the playoffs, like for the bowl games, you had 2 losses, your fucking national championships were done,
sure.
Right? Like,
absolutely.
There's no more national championships. 1 loss was even like.
1 loss is over. Right.
Yeah, for the most part. Like, you could maybe recover in a year like this, but 2 losses, you're going, a lower bowl for sure. You're not going to national championship. So I think it's great for college football.
All right, well, let's talk about the Michigan Ohio State game.
So Ohio State didn't score. They scored 3 points in the second half at Ohio State too. So does that, you think that hurts Stroud's Heisman?
No.
He had 2 picks.
I think the Alabama kid's gonna win it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I just think that kid's just playing consistent football, and I don't know. What I really don't know is like how this whole thing. Like what I was thinking the other night was like, yo, you can make a whole career out of playing college football. Now, you know what I mean? Like you'll never make it in the league. Yo, I'm just a hell of a fucking college football player. Fuck y'all.
Yeah, and if you got $2 million NIL money and you're a 5-year starter.
And then listen, it's not just NIL. This kid is making Nissan money.
Yeah, no, yeah.
That
Like,
Heisman
there's a
House
whole
shit,
bunch of
you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this kid is making a real. These kids, I'm just watching Shador Stewart and Shador
Sanders.
and the wide receiver kid that they recruited is number one. Anyway, I just seen him get out of a private jet the other day doing a rap video. Like they just landed for real, you know.
Yeah, well, Sanders has quite the head start.
Listen, it's not even about that, dog. Like this kid got his own money. Listen, this kid got his own bust down, iced out Cubans. I know what that's it. I know what it's hitting for.
Do you think that
His daddy ain't buying them Cubans, bro. I'm sorry. Listen, this kid got jewelry on a whole nother level. Listen, whatever paper he getting is real.
Do you think though that's gonna transition well into the NFL? Good or bad, I don't know.
Let me ask you this. Oh, I'm so glad that we are here. Woo-wee. All right, open up that top, that ranking again. Open that up. Oh, I'm so glad that we are doing this. Oh, I wanted to ask you this.
All
right. Give me the top 10. Go for it.
Georgia.
Yep.
Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
ECU. USC. Ohio State. Alabama. LSU just lost, so they'll probably drop. Clemson just lost. Oregon just lost. Tennessee won, so Tennessee will probably be 6 or 7. Everyone kind of fell off after that, though. I think you need to throw Washington up there. Washington's having a hell of a season. Their quarterback's dope.
Let me ask you this question: where's Jackson State at? Where's Deion's team at?
Well, where would you put them in the NCAA top 25? You think they'd be top 10?
Okay. I'm not going to answer that question. What I am going to ask you now is, where do you think Shador Sanders competes amongst those kids that we see on the other side?
With every single one of them. I think he could start on any one of those teams in the top 25. In any college football, I think he could. And I don't know if it's at quarterback, but at any position, I feel like he could start. He's athletic enough.
Wait a minute. Wait.
Are you okay? You're talking quarterback specific?
No. I am glad you said it. Let's go. Is Shador Sanders a pro quarterback? Or is he just a gimmick that works at Jackson State?
Well,
I'm and listen, I don't want to piss nobody off. I just think that it's cool. It's cool for what he's playing against. It's easy to see it.
So do you think that he'd start at any of these?
I'm not saying that he wouldn't start. I'm just asking you a question. Don't ask me a question after I ask you a fucking question. That's
no,
the shit.
No,
you did it on purpose.
No. It helps me understand.
You help me goddamn lie.
No.
You don't want to answer the question, boy.
No, I will answer the question.
All right.
It just helps me understand from my further thinking and answers on where you're at. My gut tells me, sure, why not? He's coming from one of the best NFL players of all time, Deion Sanders. He's going to have a hell of a head start over any other quarterback that's coming in from college, as far as really how the game works and how to be elite at it. So I want him to be.
No, me too. Don't get it wrong, bro. Don't do that.
So
I want him.
I don't know though. I'm not an NFL scout, so it's hard for me to answer that question.
No, listen. I just don't know. I don't know at this point if it's doing him a service. I don't know if it's doing him a service to stay down there and like, you know, and just rip points. I don't know if that's doing him a service.
I think now is the best time to do that, though, in history because of social media. And 10 years ago, you didn't hear about any of these schools, even if kids were balling, right? Now he throws a touchdown pass and it's all over Instagram, right? So there's so much more exposure down there to where I don't see why he can't do it because of the light that they're getting. You know, I think it's a different time, and honestly, we might be seeing something that's groundbreaking. We could be 10 years from now, and he's in the NFL killing it, and now all these guys are coming from smaller schools. Or he was a trendsetter of like even Dion, just in general, of getting these schools on the map and up and going, and recognized because of how much star power Dion has already, right? He comes with so much star power, and now that social media and all that cool shit that the young kids like is around, I think that they're getting so much more exposure than ever, which makes it even much more possible to do it.
Well, let me say this. I think that
you would have a better answer on the quality of football that he's playing though, versus just the hype.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if I don't know. I'm fucked up because I just don't know if he's playing the best quality of football. Like he's doing whatever the fuck he wants to do if you're watching him. Like he can take off if he feel like it. He can throw the ball. Like I don't think I've ever seen a situation where I could just do whatever the fuck I want to do like this kid can. And listen, if he really wanted to, he could murder.
Like they hold him back a little bit?
100%. Listen, 100%.
Oh, there we go. That's Eric. They play K-State in the conference championship, TCU.
Play who?
TCU and K-State play each other. The conference championship.
Okay. All right.
Which?
I definitely want to go touch that. I want to touch that because
so if you see that him like they reel him back from really doing what he's supposed to do or what he could do, then why would it not transition? If he's better than what you're seeing because they're holding him back and he's getting whatever he wants, that's better than not being able to be held back. Like you need everything from him to do what he's doing, right? So that should transition.
Yeah, yeah, but it's the same thing. Like,
is he a senior or junior? I think he's a junior.
He's a sophomore, ain't he?
So he can't go to the league yet.
No, he can go anytime he wants. Listen. Here's what I'm saying, right? You have boxing. Let's just say like. I hate to use this analogy, but I thought about this shit, and I want to use it, but I don't want to. It's not even close, but fuck it, right? Sean Puffy Combs' son, he played football, right? He played at some private school in New York somewhere, and so he gets a scholarship to UCLA. Now that league he was playing in New York, that was some preppy private school league. A lot of Pfizer scientist kids going to that school. Huh?
Okay.
Couple senators kids. Okay.
Right. You can't just get into that.
Yeah, here you got Puffy's son Diddy bopping, right? On the So this kid goes to UCLA and realizes that he is nowhere near the caliber of these kids that are playing at UCLA. So he plays like a half a season and he's out of there, right? I'm not saying that should do with Sanders at all. What I am saying is that there's a major difference.
A reality check.
100%. And you can't just go barreling down the field.
Yeah, I think that's scenario.
And you need that to start to get that vibe behind it. Sometimes I think the college game is a lot faster than the NFL game. And I just don't think that they're doing it down there on that level, at the HBCU level. I don't think they're playing that kind of football.
You think they're on their way? Do you think that this is groundbreaking enough to start that?
Absolutely.
I think that too.
And listen, I was wrong. I was wrong in the beginning. Think that I was wrong. Like I'm seeing something else. So I've never seen so much exposure for
a lot. There's a lot.
I'm
Sanders,
I'm happy.
If his son was coming 5 years later, he'd really have some better competition and let the HBCUs really take off and let Sanders have I mean, I don't know. You think Jacksonville State bumps up in division? It goes to.
I thought they were number 8.
They're not in. They're not. They're in. They're not in. Like the.
It's like one double A.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So they're not in 2A, whatever you want to call it.
Listen, I think I love the way the direction that it's going, and I love what they're bringing with it, the pageantry and the lights and the Dion out there doing this thing. I like where it's going.
I think it's a little bit different though too. With like, I would be more surprised if P Diddy's son sucked at music. Right, like it's two different things that the dad was successful in versus what the kid's trying to do. Right. Sanders are both successful in football.
No.
So he grew up really around that.
I only gave that analogy because of the levels between what he played and then what those kids that play. You know, those boys coming from them schools. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They really are playing the creme de la creme.
It's kind of funny. He lets his son kind of do whatever the fuck he wants to. Like he's all been like practice and going live.
Oh, Shiloh, saying this is other boy. Yeah. Hey, listen, they got that shit figured out.
Yeah, it looks fun. It looks a lot of fun.
Listen, when he hit that motherfucking play my theme music shit, that's my favorite shit in the whole wide world, bro. They got that shit figured out. Seriously, salute to the fucking Sanders, man. I love you, brother. I love Deion Sanders. Now, listen, can we backtrack to Eric's question?
He's just letting us know that TCU,
K-State,
two great defenses.
Yeah.
You think TCU takes that?
Oh, I think TCU. I think we're going to see a very good, one of the best football games. We'll see one of the best football games we've ever seen. One of the best college football games we've ever seen. You know why? I'm going to tell you why. Listen, from the start of the season, back when TP talking about K-State and how they were coming together back then. Oh, K-State playing with everything. Heart.
They're going to be top 10
together
come Monday.
100%. We about to see a game next week, baby. That's a real game.
So they lost TCU by 10 at TCU already this year.
That ain't shit either.
No. At home, 10 points.
Yeah.
38-28. I mean, that's 2 possessions. That's not shit.
No.
And they have a lot of possessions each. That's not shit.
I wonder, and listen, they got 2 good defenses. I wonder if we're going to finally see some defensive play in the Big 12.
What happens if TCU loses that game? They're out?
Yeah. And not because they should be.
Damn, just because of politics?
Yeah,
politics.
Man, damn. That's what the fuck I hate.
Because of politics.
Yeah.
Gotta be it.
And listen,
then Ohio State gets
because of thank God, woo, they out.
Yes. Now our decision to put Ohio State back in there is hell of a lot easier.
Yeah, yo, woo.
Oh, hell yeah.
Thank you, Lord, that they gone out of there.
There's a big sign in that room. Like,
I can't have that shit. I can't have that.
Yeah, that's frustrating. You know that is the case.
We need new blood in the college football playoffs, man. I'm tired of the same old
SEC, ACC, Ohio State.
And listen, for years, Cincinnati, TCU, they would always come up close. And
so Cincinnati went to the championship last year and got absolutely fucking murked by Georgia.
True. Well, yeah. Here's the thing. You're right. This is the time when those teams usually take that tank and lose.
So let's hope not. I mean, it's.
Oh man, I forgot all about that. Is when we all get hyped up and then all of a sudden they lose one. But who would go? I mean, the only 2 undefeateds are who?
TCU and Michigan.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that for the committee, it's easy for them either way. If the team stay undefeated, okay, there you go. There's your answer. If they lose, it's a ooh, thank God I can get Ohio State back in there or Alabama.
God damn, I could go on all day about this shit because I love college football. I want to listen to my wife was saying, I really just want to. I'm gonna start to get into college football because it's a lot more exciting. So I love this shit. This is my favorite time of the year. This time, well, I'll take that back. I love the summer, but I don't like the way it closed. But yeah, this is it.
So next week we have LSU at Georgia for the SEC championship.
That's what it's
I mean, actually, that might not even be. That might just be part of their schedule. Now that I see it,
Is
this
it?
might not even be the championship yet.
No.
They got one more game, I guess.
Oh shit. Oh my God.
So, and LSU just lost to.
Listen, I don't give a fuck. LSU steps up.
Okay,
Big game. They play.
They lost to Texas A&M at Texas A&M.
Oh, Jimbo had to do that.
Yeah.
He had to.
LSU's had some good games though. They are good.
Hey,
Year.
Jimbo had to win that game, buddy.
LSU's
Fuck what
actually
you
really had a
heard.
good game. They lost to Florida State, Tennessee, and Texas A&M. LSU, and then could potentially be Georgia. Damn, if Georgia loses this week, I don't see that happening. But and then we got Clemson and North Carolina also.
Something about that shit.
Clemson's 8th of it. I mean, they'll probably drop to 10 after losing yesterday.
Yeah, I ain't know about that shit. And fucking NC State knocks off Carolina. NC State knocked off Carolina. Yeah. So yeah, I'm all about this college playoff shit. Who's up there?
UNR lost their rivalry game yesterday.
UNLV?
Yeah. In LA. Or not LA, sorry, in Vegas. Yeah.
No. I am looking at Michigan, maybe. Michigan and Georgia.
Well, Michigan is going to jump up to number 2. Georgia's going to stay at number 1.
All right. TCU what, 3?
TCU 3.
Oh my God.
And then USC 4.
Yep.
I would love that.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And then what?
We just need to catch Georgia slipping once.
You think they go straight USC, Georgia?
Yeah, they go 1-4, 2-3.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, Georgia.
How they do it?
Georgia
1-4,
plays
2-3?
USC. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Yeah, just higher seed gets the better.
Oh shit! I didn't know that. All right.
Yeah.
Damn. All right. So look, let's just say everybody runs out. If everybody runs out, you get 1-4, and 4 will be.
So it'd be Michigan, TCU, 2-3 game. Georgia, USC. That's if they give it to USC. I don't really know.
I would love to see Georgia and USC play. I would love that.
Yeah, and I would have to give the edge to
Georgia.
Yeah.
I'm with that. Holy shit.
You automatically. So LSU has 3 losses. If they beat Georgia this week, you put them in automatically. They're sitting at 5.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're sitting at 5. They lost. They'll probably drop to 7 or 8. But if they beat Georgia, they're dropping, going up 4 spots to the top 4. Oof. Because right now TCU is 5, but they haven't done the new ranking tomorrow. No.
You got TCU at 4 right there. Okay.
Yeah. This is the AP selection committee right now.
5. All right.
But LSU just lost. But they don't do this till Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
So they'll drop a little bit because USC is going to bump up. Alabama will probably bump up. Clemson lost, so they'll probably be sitting right at 8.
Listen, there's no.
And they're going to jump 4 spots if they beat Georgia with 3 losses.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty tough.
Shit.
That's a big jump. That's a big jump.
I tell you what, the landscape would be totally different than what we've ever seen, though. Totally different from what we've ever seen.
I hope Georgia loses first game so that we have the final. We know for sure it's changing faces. Have Georgia lose to USC. To me, I want TCU to beat Michigan. And then USC TCU national championship game, that'd be so
my
lit.
God, yeah. Hey, listen.
That
how about that?
Happen,
how about that?
You know what the odds of that happening are?
Listen, anything.
Yep.
Anything is possible.
Any given Saturday.
Listen, salute to that. Hey, look, the quarterback from USC's from my high school conference.
Yeah?
Yeah, he went to Gonzaga High School.
He fucked Notre Dame up yesterday.
Hey, listen, Notre Dame tried. Marcus Freeman, salute to you, brother.
They finished strong. I'll give him that. They finished real strong.
Listen, he has to keep his job for sure.
Yeah.
That's what I was worried about.
I would agree with that.
Cannon, my boy. I ain't want that shit at all. And I was talking shit about Notre Dame at the beginning of the season for sure. I didn't want them to can Marcus Freeman. Let's get into some new shit. What's going on? Hey, we are the Dank Dads, man. Catch us with Jeffrey.
Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We're on YouTube Live and Facebook Live at the moment. This is March episode 12.
Yeah.
That's 3 straight months of doing this podcast.
Have you ever been so consistent at anything in your life?
Yes, I have, but this will eventually surpass it.
Your own endeavor. Something you created for yourself.
No.
And let me ask you this question
not.
too. Let me ask you this question too. Like, I think we've improved tremendously. Like, how does it feel? How do you feel about everything? Just look at this shit. Look where we at.
Well, what kind of blows my mind, and when people ask me about, like, hey, how's the show going? How's this or that? And I don't always express this to them, but in my head, the very first thing that I tell them, or I think in my head, is like, we've fucking scratched 10% of this shit, and it's already feeling exciting and like uplifting and takeoff, right? And we haven't even really done like this next year that we've been talking about is going to be
crazy.
Like this final month of this year is still, getting our feet wet and understanding this whole podcast thing and learning each time and getting our set up differently. And like next year, the amount of effort and the amount of takeoff that's about to happen, it's gonna be liftoff. And when I think like, fuck, dude, I'm sitting here like, we don't really push the social media stuff yet. We don't really. We come here every Sunday and talk, and we chop it up throughout the week.
I think that we have fell into a space too. We just come together and have a good ass time.
And that's it, right?
Yeah.
And then, but now that we know, what it's capable of.
Oh boy.
And we've barely scratched the fucking surface.
100%. I feel the same way.
It gives me chills, and I can't wait for 2023 because it's gonna be off the chain.
I am so happy. I don't know who goes on, but yeah. I am truly happy that we are in this space right now, and we're studying podcasts and we're studying what we're doing. Me and Jeffrey, we stay in constant contact about elevating this show every single week. This is our shit, and we are super dialed in. And the funny thing is, like, I don't even think we think about how dialed in we are now compared to where we should just talk about this. Yeah. Like now, we really are just kind of like on a different wavelength with this thing. And we got Global Goods coming on, and what we're going to do is Global Goods is a high-end shoe store. They got everything in Global Goods. And in the world of podcasting, you would call Global Goods a micro-affiliate, right? But really, what we're going to do is take over the city with Global Goods.
And I mean, they've already got a big head start on that one.
Yeah, and listen, I think that I don't think that anybody's is going to go where we about to go. I got a plan to have a built-in infrastructure with our podcast where we can put it out there here and then go straight to there and get what you want and see what you like.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know who else is doing that, but we can really set it on a whole nother level.
Well, every time you've had a plan,
boy,
I've seen it at the end of that plan.
We'll try.
Yeah, it's amazing being 12 episodes in. How fun this still is, and how fun the future's going to be looking forward. And we've barely scratched the surface, and we've gotten a lot of momentum and a lot of movement, and it blows my fucking mind, and I cannot wait for 2023.
Hey, listen. I remember when we thought this shit was a little grainy and shit.
Yeah. Fucking couldn't hear nobody, and I'm sitting here like, okay, we're averaging like on Facebook, and we're averaging about 100 views per video on Facebook, and I was driving home the other day, like damn, like 100 people.
Don't worry.
100 people want to sit and watch the shit. Like, that's really cool to me. So shout out to all of our
listeners
and everyone that talks to us about it. We love talking about it outside of here. We appreciate you guys just tuning in and giving us your Sunday mornings or whenever you tune in.
I don't know what just happened. I feel like we just sitting here, just me and you for a minute talking. Yeah. I'm just happy. I love this shit, man. I swear to you. I love it. I love coming here with you, kicking it, talking sports, talking life. You know what I mean? This is some cool shit.
We did that shit anyways, and then to have the idea of having a podcast is just why the fuck not?
Listen, somebody told me you get paid for this shit.
For sitting talking sports? Okay.
I said, what? Joe Rogan just did what?
100 mil?
I started looking around. I was like, wait a minute. Hey, you. Hey, no, not you. Hey, you. No. No, hey, wipe your nose. You. Okay, look at his hands. Okay. Hey, boy. Hey, you want to do this shit? You want to do a podcast? Yeah, well, I don't know. Just sit down and do this with me. That's all I need you to do. Just sit down. And here we are.
12 episodes in.
Fuck yeah. To the Dank Dad. Yeah. Tell them where they can find us at, Jeffrey.
Dank Dad _Sportscast on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Subscribe. It's free.
Please subscribe.
You just got to hit the like buttons.
Let's do some NFL, bro.
Well, we can start off with last week. So that Mexico game. I think you might be right. They might be the first.
It's got to be.
Because they get lit. The travel's not as bad as going over to London.
Hold up. I don't want to let you slide out just that. We'll get to the festivities at the end of this conversation because I want you to say thank you to Jimmy, first and foremost. Hell, motherfucker. No, don't ha shit. I want you to say thank you to Jimmy.
I need something specific. You're making me script this out right now. Okay.
Jeffrey,
this is what he's asking me to. Thank you, Jimmy. No, I mean,
talk about him.
Jimmy's playing well. Okay, he has three or four games without interception in a row. That's pretty good. He had 4 touchdowns last week. Also really good. 2 of them were on the skills player to score that touchdown. It was a dump off and an adjustment by Kittle. It wasn't a throw down 40 yards in the
Jeffrey.
No, can I just speak? Can I just speak on it?
What the?
Because I have a perfect video that I'm gonna show you after this fucking show.
I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead.
That if you just look at his stats, okay, cool. But when I can get out there, do a 3 fucking step draw. Hold on, shut up. Shut up. Okay, I can.
What did you just?
Okay.
Go.
Okay, here we go. Let me backtrack. Any quarterback that is in the NFL of any caliber can take a 3-step drop, throw a little dump off, and then score a touchdown because that guy just broke a 40-yard run. Right? That's not on the quarterback. Okay, that's not a Josh Allen or Aaron Rodgers to Devontae throw. That was the skilled guy getting that quarterback. So and then the quarterback gets the stats for that, even though he might have even thrown it 5 yards backwards, and the guy goes. Okay, Kittle on one of the touchdowns. Jimmy threw 2 great touchdowns to Ayuk in the end zone. Really good touchdowns to Ayuk. 2 of them. The other 2 were the skill more on the skilled players than it was the quarterback. But waking up Monday morning, Jimmy threw 4 touchdowns. And like I said, I have a video to show you after this podcast. I'm going to show you how frustrating Jimmy is. How frustrating it can be.
How frustrating you are.
No, but listen. I'm
calling your wife. I want to ask her.
No,
I'm going to ask your wife. Did she hang out with Jimmy at any point in time? I don't know. Listen, I know now.
No.
You guys can tell me.
No.
We're family. If you used to kick it with Jimmy, you can tell me, and then I'll never bring this shit up again. We'll do it off air because I need to know.
When Jimmy loses,
you are a hater.
When Jimmy loses our fucking Super Bowl this year, then you can say, I know.
Why would you even bring that in?
Because I've seen him do it already.
It's not a Dank dad to bring. When we lose the Super Bowl,
I've seen him do it.
Mind state shit? No.
I'm realistic, man.
Oh, man.
I'm realistic. Yeah. This guy's throwing 200 yards a game, and he lost the Super Bowl. He lost against the Rams to go to the Super Bowl.
He's doing great right now.
That's
Why the fuck are we not?
Do.
Oh, my God. Are you serious?
That doesn't excite me.
Why do you hate him so much?
I don't hate him. I think he's playing really well, and I like him more than I dislike him.
You and my brother-in-law just hate this dude. The 2 Jeffries. Jeff DeGainer. Jeff Peterson.
No, I've just seen
Why?
Because I have seen his ceiling. I have seen the ceiling. And I know that ceiling.
So we just gonna shit on him now? What do we do?
No, but I'm wasting time. If I think I mean, obviously I'm not an NFL scout, right?
Do you think you're gonna Super Bowl?
We should have been to 2-1 in one of them, but we didn't because we had Jimmy. I am happy that Jimmy is a consistent and above average quarterback. He's not top 10 in the league.
Hey,
he's not top 10. Is Jimmy top 10?
Hey,
is Jimmy top 10? Answer my question.
Your wife.
Is Jimmy top 10?
Because I need to know now. Did she used to hang out with Jimmy back in the day? Were they homies?
No.
Because you really don't like him.
Because I've seen him.
You don't like him.
I've seen him for 6 years, and he's either been hurt or lost the big game. I'm over it. He's above. Is he top 10? Is he top 10 in the league?
No, he's playing lights out right now.
You can't answer that question because you know the answer. You know it's a no.
He's right outside the top 10. How about that?
I think he's closer to 15 than he is 10.
All right.
And he's a system quarterback. He's a system guy. He can't run. He's not mobile. He can't move in the pocket.
He's just fucking Tom Brady, bro.
Yeah, but Tom Brady can make the fucking 50-yard pass and the 40-yard pass and the 30-yard pass consistently. He didn't have to dump it off and rely on skill players. Tom Brady, look at Tom Brady's wide receivers outside of Randy Moss. This dude, give Patrick Mahomes with the Niners weapons, and Patrick Mahomes 300 yards every single game with that running game. But Jimmy is, and a part of it I'm starting to wonder is how much of it is Shanahan's play calling, because I think that it's not talked about enough. This year it's starting to bubble, meaning like boil over. Like they're kind of concerned with the play calling that he's doing. So I can't give that all on Jimmy because Shanahan's supposed to be.
Not working?
It's weird at times. It's weird, but there's so many times Jimmy.
I don't think that you can say anything other than the whole fucking team is weird. Okay, you got Deebo Samuels.
Right.
You have Kittle, and now you have McCaffrey. You're going to the Super Bowl. The Jimmy G is the glue. The G stands for glue.
I could agree with that.
No.
I can agree with that.
Let me finish. I think that he's the glue. I think they love that boy. I think that the Warriors cheerleaders love that boy. They stopped by to say hello to the homies.
They didn't care about anybody else.
No, they said, fuck both of y'all.
All
McCaffrey,
y'all. Christian was there, Kittle.
Listen, they walked right by and said hello to Jimmy G.
Yeah.
And it's something about that guy, something about that, you know, like Jay-Z said, you can buy classes, you can't buy swag. And he just has it. He has the cachet to win games, and he's winning games right now. And I'm predicting. I
don't hate the guy.
Oh, I think you do.
I don't.
I think you do.
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being I love him, 1 being I hate him, like a 6. I like him more than I dislike him, but I'm not in love with the dude. You know, like
right off the top. Okay.
Yeah. Right. Just right above. I don't like you anymore.
Right.
Was he more ready and probably better at this moment than Lance? Yes. Yes. And you could tell that he is the glue based on when Jimmy came in from the Lance injury, how excited and how rallied that team got. So I do believe that he is the glue. But we've had really good teams. This might be the best team we've had since the first Super Bowl that we lost against the Chiefs, right? We were really good then. Our defense was really good then. And then last year we were really good too, but we're just that much better, I think, on defense and everything this year, that if Jimmy can't get it fucking done, I don't know what else to tell you. I mean, fuck, man. He should have beat the Rams last year. Lost on some fucking annoying ass shit.
Hey, you gonna do it?
10 points.
You go.
Then I mean, well, I can't say shit at that point. And then I will be saying sorry to Jimmy as my team just won the Super Bowl.
I got sorry to Jimmy out of you today. I don't give a fuck.
No, it was a thank you to Jimmy.
Yes, it was.
I'm sorry. Never.
All right, let's get into the picks. Let's see what we did last week, and let's break it down game by game, team by team.
I went 9-4.
All right.
We went 8-5. Both. The only thing we lost separately was I took the Patriots, you took the Jets. I took Indy, you took Philly. You took Chargers, I took KC. Same pretty much on everything else. As far as this week is concerned, week 12, really starting to heat up. This is where playoff teams really start fucking getting going and dialing in on what their team is about. And then this is the time where a lot of teams start to get exposed. That started off pretty hot. Like maybe the Bills or the Philadelphia Eagles have slowed down a little bit. Tampa Bay at Cleveland.
I'll take Cleveland, bro.
Tampa Bay has won 2 or 3 straight. They've kind of looked like they've kind of got it together a little bit. Cleveland, God, they're just kind of a shell of themselves. The defense is not that good. Cooper's balling his ass off, though. He's balling
hard.
Yeah, he's doing really good. They get Watson back in 2 weeks. He's practicing with the team already, so
it's never gonna make a difference.
Dude hasn't played in a year and a half. It's gonna need a couple weeks to really get going. I don't know.
I gotta pee.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'll put this Dank Dad song on and go do the fuck I gotta do.
Go. Cleveland's 3-7.
Can I throw on a Dank Dad song? How do I leave you here right now? I have to pee. I don't do it. Do I just sit here and leave you looking stupid? I've never done this before.
You get up and leave me here all the time.
When? I just turn around, but I haven't gone to pee before.
Not pee, but got the door and stuff.
Yeah, what you gonna do while I'm gone? What you gonna talk about?
I'm just gonna stare at the screen.
Okay,
I'm just playing.
No, fuck it. Hey, listen. I want to see what Jeffrey's gonna do while I go pee.
Oh wow.
All right. What is Jeffrey going? Don't talk about sports either. While I go pee, don't talk about sports. While I go pee, let's see what Jeffrey talks about.
While he goes pee.
While I go to pee, but no sports at all. How deep is your love? How deep is your love?
Can I sing? No, I'm playing. I'm not singing. No, I'm definitely not singing. What's funny about this is this fucking guy, Marcus, has really been implementing in my brain over the last 6 months to a year, like the thought process of people and how they get stuck in their ways of the same repetitive things. And in my personal life and just out in the community, like I'm really starting to listen to what people say and how they say it, and being stuck in this just mindset of just they're good with being content with what they have. And Marcus has really kind of pulled that out of me of like just elevating my family, elevating my kids. And that's why I'm so excited for 2023, because the amount of effort and consistency that this podcast is going to put out, and the amount of energy and consistency that I'm going to display is very encouraging, and it's going to help me just get to the next level of being a man and being a husband and being a father. But like he's just really opened the light on like just at my job, where it's a very tiring job, it's a very taxing job, it's a very emotionally based job, kind of serving the troubled youth of our community. It can be very overwhelming, and there's a lot of emotions that are involved. But having the right mindset going in there every day really stops the burnout. And I hear people surrounding me that are just like, they just seem so like out of touch with themselves and out of touch with their own feelings that it's kind of sad, to be honest. So really inspiring me to move to the next level. That's why I really can't wait for 2023. And he is back from his piss. Woo!
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah. So
I wouldn't have made it. Whoa.
there was a couple shows a couple weeks back where like it was the final 10, 15 minutes.
I was like,
and I was
that.
like,
I'm not going to be uncomfortable. It's my shit. Fuck all that.
All right, back to away from my sidebar, back into the NFL.
Let's go.
You taking Cleveland? You sticking with Cleveland on that? At home? They play better at home.
Cleveland.
I'm taking Tampa Bay.
Okay.
Cincinnati at Tennessee.
Oh, Natty. How long boy out?
He might be playing this week, to be honest.
Is he?
He might be. We got 7-3 Titans. Playing pretty well. They're playing consistent, play good defense, and have a good running game. They're playing Bengals in Tennessee. Bengals are 6-4. They're doing pretty well. Titans 7-3. Titans are leading their division. Bengals are second in the North. Titans are playing very like, yeah, but it seems very fundamental. You know, it seems very fundamental.
It's basic football,
and play good defense and can manage the clock.
If it ain't broken, don't fix it.
Limit the mistakes, which is why I think that they continue that on. I'm taking Tennessee. You taking Cincy? All right, we got Houston Texans, the 1-8 Texans against the 7-3 Dolphins. Now this is a 14-point spread. That's a lot in the NFL. They're in Miami. Miami looks like the real deal this year. They look really good. I think the NFL is very spread out this year. Meaning it's not so top heavy with like Kansas City and the Bills and the Tampa Bay and like the four really good teams that you're like, okay. Kind of like NCAA. It's a lot more spread out this year. I feel like Dolphins are up, Jets are up.
No.
I mean, they have a good. Their Jets are 6-4. I mean, that's the best the Jets have been in a long time. So there's a little bit more parity.
Up.
Well, up in regards to what the Jets are, just to their organization. Maybe not. Obviously, they don't have a quarterback to get it done. We understand that. But Seahawks are 6-4. Like, there's a lot of spread out records in the NFL. But I'm taking Miami by a lot in this one. In Miami. Taking them too.
Take Miami.
All right. Now, this is the quarterback-less game. Chicago Bears. Justin Fields is out. Dislocated non-throwing shoulder.
Oh, I want to go back to Trey Lance. Did we get to San Fran yet? We did San Fran.
Right? No, well, we can talk about him. He's coming up.
Okay, let's go back to Justin Fields.
So this fucks me royally because I made the switch in my fantasy league to go to Justin Fields. And now he's out. He got dislocated fucking shoulder. Now I'm back to square one trying to fucking find a quarterback again.
He's not throwing shoulders though?
Yeah, but it's fucking him up on
Oh,
handoffs.
no. Like I would never want anybody to go out there and do anything.
Yep, fucking him up on handoffs. And then the Jets benched, what's his face, the new kid, Zach Wilson. And they're going.
As they should.
Going with, I guess, what's his name? Mr. Reliable Joe Flacco.
And watch they go far.
Joe Flacco was playing better than Zach Wilson. Why they kind of made this.
They wanted to recoup their bag.
So
they drafted that boy.
The Jets have a real defense, though.
No, they blowing. They playing. Yeah.
Jets.
They flying around for sure.
They're going to beat I think it's Trevor Siemian for the Bears. And Nathan Peterman.
So, who you got?
Jets.
Yeah,
Chicago ain't gonna do shit without Fields. Atlanta at Washington.
Commanders all day.
Commanders. The Heineke's playing pretty good. I mean, so is
Commanders all day. Running with them.
I'm gonna go with them too. I like that. Denver at Carolina. Yeah.
Ian, where you at, baby? What do you say?
I don't know. I just fucking don't know.
Is Baker the quarterback?
No, they're starting Donald today. Sam Darnold is getting his first start of the season.
I go with Denver.
Taking Denver as well. Just because they do ranking wise, they have the number one defense in the league. Ranking wise, they're pretty legit on defense. Even with losing Chubb, it's still. Patrick Surtain, the second, is absolutely fucking balling his ass off, and he's a second-year guy.
Kid, bro.
He's hella good.
Big as fuck too.
Hell.
Big kid.
Baltimore at Jacksonville.
Nah, man, you know I'm going
Over Trevor.
Over my son, yeah.
Jacksonville's coming off a bye. Baltimore might
roll with Lamar for sure.
I think Baltimore as well. I think Baltimore needs to win this game to stay in the lead for their division. Chargers at Arizona. I have a toss-up.
Is
Tyler?
Yeah.
I want to say yeah. I think last game against the Niners was the only one that he needed to sit out. Yeah, he's playing. I'm taking Arizona.
Yeah.
It's going to be a close game, though. That's going to be in a field goal, I think. 27-24, something like that.
Do they ever turn the page, though?
Either one of them? Either one of them? Chargers are supposed to be legit this year. They've had a ton of injuries.
That's what I think Chargers. That's what I chalk that up to be. A ton of injuries. That part.
A ton.
Yeah. I think that's just what, like.
At the same time, you could say that for Arizona, too.
No. I'm not saying, yeah. I'm just saying, like, eventually, will we get, like, will they really be, like, next season, will they be, real Titans in that division? Because I think they can. I think they have everything that they need on both sides. For both teams,
Chargers, I agree more so than Arizona. Arizona is a little bit on the older side. They got. I mean, DeAndre Hopkins is a little bit older. Zach Ertz is a little bit older. Connor's been in the league for a while.
Damn, you would call Hopkins old?
Yeah, he's 30-something. He's on the back end of his career. Absolutely. NFL old for sure. Is past 30.
Okay. All right.
Ertz is old.
I'll take that.
JJ Watt is old. Like they're just on the older side versus. I feel like the Chargers are a little bit younger.
Okay. I'll take that all day.
Both on Arizona. So, Oakland at Seattle. It'll be a pretty fun game as far as
it's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's a good one. Seattle's coming off a bye. Oakland's coming off a good win against the Denver Broncos in overtime.
I'm going to take Seattle.
I like Seattle in that game, too.
Yeah.
LA Rams versus Kansas City Chiefs. Rams are without Stafford still, I believe.
So I'm taking Chiefs all day.
Chiefs are going to fucking dog walk them. Gurpreet, you hear that? Chiefs are going to dog walk you.
Okay. Is that who you just took a shot at somebody?
Gurpreet.
That's how you felt?
Yeah, just I get it in on him when I can.
No, I'm just saying, you just shot one out there.
He's a Rams fan. They fucking suck, and that's the Niners' rival. So, and his response is, "Well, we got a Super Bowl last year," and then I really can't say much after that.
True.
But at the same time, it's fucking sick.
All right, cool.
Now get on to my team. New Orleans at San Francisco.
No chance in hell. I'm taking San Fran for sure.
I am too.
Jimmy G has that
well.
team firing off on all cylinders.
Here's a sidebar for you. Okay, you need to pick up a quarterback here in the next 30 minutes to replace Fields. And I'm just kind of sitting. Aaron Rodgers is out there, but he's playing Philly. I didn't really like that. I'm sitting between Garoppolo or Derek Carr. Now I'm not. The win doesn't matter. I need stats.
Hey, listen, why don't you wait? Why don't you wait until the end of?
Okay, we got 30 minutes. I got to.
No, I'm just saying I can because I'm gonna set this up.
I'm gonna set you. I'm gonna set this up. All right, for sure. I'm gonna set you. I'm gonna set this up. All right. Okay.
Fuck. Is this the truth serum that I'm thinking? Yo, I just said that. Fuck. Damn. All right. Act like you just stay right there. Let's go.
All right.
Okay.
So yeah, we're both on San Francisco. They're at home. New Orleans defense is a little shaky. Their offense is above average. Green Bay at Philly.
No, don't you
just
skip over San Fran.
Well, oh yeah, you still want to talk about San Fran?
Did you see the enormous amount of ice he had around his neck the other night?
Yes, a ton. And he's walking. Good to see. But yeah, a ton of ice. What?
It's just I mean, listen, he's not a rapper, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know as an athlete if I should go that hard until I can prove that I
am that hard.
Yeah,
I could understand that a little bit.
Like I see some of the little homies. I see some of them. I know some of these little boys playing the NFL now. I know a couple of them. You know, see some game chain. I love a game chain. Right, that's what you want to wear under your pad.
Mm-hmm.
Just this shit make you feel good about life. I see some pretty cool game chains. Tennis, some couple Cubans.
Mm-hmm.
But this boy had this much amount of children.
He had a lot.
And it looked terrible.
Well, especially because he's just in his like Niner joggers or Niner t-shirt. Like, it's not even like with a suit or nothing, right?
Terrible. That's how I know he's finished.
Ooh.
He's a bit of a clown.
Damn.
Yeah.
Got to his head a little bit.
He's a little bit of a clown.
And you're solely basing that off of he had too many chains on?
Listen, homie. Listen. I'm telling you, I know real swag. I know real swag.
Well, he's from fucking played in North Dakota.
He's real clown. In fact, like I said, I know real swag. There you go. Fact. Listen, this kid is not it. And yeah, so you're going to have to get somebody else. If you don't like Jimmy, because I know you don't like his ass, you're going to have to get somebody else to jump in there.
I mean, if Jimmy goes far in the playoffs or if Jimmy wins the Super Bowl, it's going to be hard to be like, okay, I need somebody different. I get that. But it's going against the grain of what should be said. I understand that. But Jimmy just be frustrating me sometimes, man.
Oh, I bet he. Why? What the fuck else do you have?
Well, you're right on that fact. But that doesn't make him fucking good just because I don't have anything else.
Listen,
right?
Jimmy seems to make everybody happy.
He does. He's a very good team player. So this season, 2,100 yards, 15 touchdowns, 4 picks. He's on pace for maybe 30 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. That's probably his best year yet, stat-wise. Because he normally is around the 25, 27, 13, 14 picks.
You don't have to sell him to me, bro.
No, I'm not selling for nobody. I don't even think we couldn't. The Niners couldn't sell him to nobody. So yeah, of course, no. No one's selling this dude. We tried.
Hey, that was terrible and funny at the same time. I gotta give it to you, dog. Fuck that. That was good, all right?
They tried to sell his ass. They couldn't.
Listen, fuck. I think he's the glue. I think he will hold that team together. I think he makes those guys feel like something.
I would agree.
And they flying around like some rock stars having a ball. They happy. They going to games together and shit. I'm with it, man. I think that's what it takes to become a great team.
I think that I would agree that he is the glue.
Yeah. And sometimes it's more than just fucking X's and O's. Sometimes it is, man. Come on. You got to admit that Jimmy.
Of course.
Jimmy's got
have the
something
chemistry and all that.
really, yeah. And I think that that's what I'm really saying that I haven't said is that I think that that's his role, and that's just making people feel phenomenal, those guys.
In 10 to 15 years from now, I'm going to be pretty
frustrated. I swear to God. I swear to you, Jeffrey. What the fuck do you mean? Don't say that.
Because in 10 years from now.
You can't say yes 1 second and then create a scenario that's way out of control because I know what you do.
It's real because he's already lost the 2 big games. So
10 to 15 years what? I'm sorry for cutting you off. What?
That I'm going to be frustrated in 10, 15 years thinking back that we had a 6-year run of all these fucking second and third place finishes. And we wasted our fucking Super Bowl window. Because that shit doesn't come around very often. And it'd be like, yeah, we fucking won. We went twice and fucking lost twice in the NFC. Great. And that's just going to fucking frustrate me. Give me one. And I'll shut the fuck up. I know, and it goes back to what you're saying about Niner fans, but
next, go with this.
All right, Green Bay at Philly. I'm taking Green Bay on this game. I'm just going to go out there and say that.
Me too.
Because I think that.
What time is that game?
That's a Sunday night game.
Okay.
Fucking off the chain. That's a great Sunday night game.
Damn right.
And it's time for Aaron Rodgers. This is going to be the telling game, though. I think
we got to win them all.
This is going to be a telling game.
We got to run.
6.5 point spread on that.
Straight off the field.
That's straight district. Anytime you can get Aaron Rodgers at plus 7 points, that's insane.
We got to run them straight off the field.
Yeah, early. It's in Philly, which is interesting.
Everybody's Philly's healthy.
Yeah,
Philly got a fully healthy team going.
But they lost. They lost to the Commanders, and then they had to come back and beat Indy by 1 point.
I told you that Commanders game, man. That's a different kind of.
But even the next week they struggled. So I think that they're getting caught up with film a little bit, and
people figuring it out.
Yeah. And it takes same with the Steelers. When the Steelers started 11-0, that's when you got enough film on somebody to really see a wide range of teams that played them.
Yep.
And really start
narrowing it down. Yeah.
This is why I said early on, when we first started these picks, I think Philly loses in the playoffs because I don't think that, one, they've had a cupcake schedule, and two, I think that Jalen is going to run into playoff inexperience. I got there's nothing worse than getting hot too early. That's the worst.
You think so?
Yeah, it happens in sports all the time. You need to be hot at the right time.
What's the record?
Well, they're 9-1.
All right, it's one game. Yeah. Better than how many else?
Yeah, but
who else got that kind of record? Name one. Who?
Chiefs. No one's 9-1. No one else is 9-1.
They just made one foul up. I think that just Aaron Rodgers gonna have that number.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna grown man him a little bit. You know what I mean? Think grown man basketball. Yeah, same shit.
All right, that's a Sunday night game. That's a great Sunday night game. Pittsburgh at Indy.
Yeah.
At home.
I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
Picks.
That's the picks?
That's the picks. I need to get this quarterback selected though.
All right.
And
okay. All right. So who do you have?
Well, I mean,
go back to that.
As far as weekly projections, Heineke is number one. Not going with that.
Okay.
Russell Wilson, not going with that. Aaron Rodgers, it just makes me nervous. That Philly, it's not. I don't know the way that he's been playing. I've had Aaron Rodgers the first half of the season. I don't feel like going back. Jimmy Garoppolo, Trevor Lawrence, or Derek Carr, or Ryan Tannehill. Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't pick Jimmy?
I mean, right now it's between Jimmy and Derek Carr, only because Jimmy really does play well against the Saints. He usually has, and if he can follow up another 4 touchdown performance, it's Jimmy or Carr. And the only reason why I was going with the Cards, because I think there's going to be a lot of points in that game. At Seattle.
Okay, this is how I know you hate Jimmy, right? You know, in a fantasy situation, how many Rock'em Sock'em robots does we have around him to get those points? This is a fantasy quarterback.
Talking about Derek Carr?
No, motherfucker, I'm talking about
Me? A lot.
Yeah, why wouldn't you pick him?
Because one, their run game, their run team.
Who?
The Niners. They run the shit out of the ball. So that's going to take away points from Jimmy. They might be up in that game, which is going to take points away from Jimmy. He has a lot of options, but if they're winning, he's not going to be throwing the ball downfield. He didn't fucking throw the ball downfield anyway. But he can dump it off to McCaffrey, and McCaffrey can break it for 50. Yeah, sure. But Jimmy normally plays well, and he has been doing well the last 4 weeks. Derek Carr, I have Devontae on my team. Derek Carr, I feel like he's going to have to throw the ball a lot more in Seattle.
Yes,
that's kind of really why, stat-wise, for the quarterback. I mean, Jimmy could have a better day, but that doesn't necessarily mean more fantasy points.
But I feel like the players around Jimmy always extend the plays.
Based on the season scoring so far, Derek Carr has 5 more points. So it's really just a coin. Aaron Rodgers has a lot more.
I think Jimmy's going to blow the doors off of it.
You want to go, Jimmy?
Yeah.
I'm gonna put the decision in your hands.
Jimmy!
Okay. Fine, man.
Give me Jimmy.
This is going to be a great fucking topping point for next week.
Oh, boy, Jimmy, do not let me down.
You can give me a salary, or you can
Oh, my God.
So we shall see. Jimmy's only scored in the 20s twice this season.
Listen, I've been watching college football. College football is so much better than the NFL right now. I'm so in love with college football.
I think oftentimes it does bring a better product just based on the energy levels, based on the pride for the fans and the cities, and they have so much more flexibility with jerseys. And I think it's just I think the product is oftentimes just so much more fun and lighthearted and like really quality football. And then it's different than like Niners and Rams, the rivals, right? And that game's big. But there's not much in the NFL that equals Ohio State, Michigan.
Hell no.
You know, like that shit. So,
they got into a couple fights too during the game. Like little scuffles broke. I was like, yo, that's what's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I love. But these places are super packed. I'm loving what I'm seeing right now in college football. I can't get enough of it. It's a quality product right now, considering I thought that it would diminish a little bit with this NIL shit or where it was going. I think the NIL is really just to hold kids in one place. Because listen, what I learned was they just can't they can really petition to say, yo, 1 year, or I can go straight to the league.
Right. So I think it'll help. I think college football also did that to help themselves because the quality of the football game is going to be better because the kids are going to stay a little bit longer.
Yeah. No. I agree with what I'm saying. Like, it just made it where, kids can have, like I said, a full career in college. You have a full career in college. These kids are making millions of dollars. And
a lot of experience. You can practice that moving cities and with the transfer portal. You can do all that.
Some of these kids have been to 2-3 schools already. Which I wonder is this making a lot of these kids better athletes because you're getting this information from so many different great minds. Yeah. I wonder is it making it better. And then too, hey, listen to this. Does it make it rough on a new coach when you come there? It's like, man, fuck, I've been coached by Nick Saban and so and so.
Mhm.
Fuck out of here
Yeah,
with your goofy shit. You know what I mean? Like, how does that really work? Like, it's really changing the landscape, and I think that's the reason why.
Hopefully, it make it more well-rounded.
Well, no, that's what I think that we're seeing. I think because these kids are moving around as much as they're moving around, I think we're seeing a much more well-rounded product as a whole. College football is like these kids are fundamentals are ridiculous, man.
It definitely makes a kid who's third string at Georgia think like, fuck, I could go to University of Ohio and probably get a little commercial deal and fucking and start.
No lie.
And
no lie. And a coach would be glad to have him. A coach would be glad to have him.
Like, okay, I can sit in Georgia and maybe wait for injuries and start my senior year maybe. Or I can go to Marshall.
Or listen, if you're a 5-star and then maybe you're gonna be a 3-star and have a crazy rotation going around. If you're looking at him, you're looking at me. Whoever's in the number one spot, you're looking at me too. Because if there's no fall off once he goes out the game and I hold him down for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that's how those guys are going to the league like that. Playing third string, second, you know what I mean? In Alabama. They watch them stars and catch these other guys. You got some questions?
Just Eric was commenting on my ramble when you stepped out to go get pissed.
Oh shit, what happened with your ramble?
I was just talking about a little bit more of that Matrix again.
Oh.
And how, like, over the last 6 months to years, you've what you've had me notice, and like the words that you say, I hear out in the community or out at work.
Oh man.
And it's just making so much sense. Like, I don't want to, put people's names or dive too much into it, but I was at the place the other day, and the person said something to somebody else, and it was literally word for word what you explained to me 4 months ago. And I was like, oh my God. I just was like crazy. And speaking of, it was kind of funny, and I'm getting a shit ton of overtime still, right? And it's just trying to gear up for Christmas and collect the bag as much as I can, and it's pretty much the only reason why I'm doing it,
Right.
And we have a low number of kids at work, so they started taking overtime off. I had to start taking people off shifts because there's too much overtime. Okay. And they told me that was happening. So check it out. I didn't. And I came into a day where I was like sitting at work and it was like past my shift, and I looked at the schedule. I was like, I'm not on this fucking thing right now. What am I doing? I need to go. But then I went home like irritated, like, damn, I was expecting that money. That's whack. I wanted that money. It's hella lame. And the next morning I was like, I got irritated because I couldn't be at work longer. Fuck the overtime money. I got irritated because I couldn't be at work longer. And I was walking down the hallway, and I thought that, and I stopped. And I was like, just frozen. I was like, really just get upset because I couldn't be at work longer? No fucking way. And then I put a smile back on my fucking face, and I was skipping back down the hallway. Because I just got back into my regular mindset.
You're like, I get to go home, be free.
Right. But I'm trying to chase the bag too, and trying to really get those checks, right? And then that's what I'm trying to make sure my Christmas is right and all that. So I was irritated on that front that I was losing the money. But when I broke it down the next day, I was like, fuck, man, like, it's disgusting. I felt gross. I felt off. And all of this, and basically back to my ramble, is just everything that you've been saying to me about just like, not necessarily like, just something I've been watching out for, and body languages and words and things that I'm seeing. And it's insane.
I grew up in a space where like I saw music made, right? I kind of grew up around musicians and athletes. And one thing about music is you create a product, and if you have the platform, even way back when you had the platform, you put it out there, and it works.
Mm-hmm.
And I see people that will break their neck for a job, give a job 30 years of their life, and then the job gives them old. The return is old.
That is the return, yeah.
Feel me?
And 70% of what you've been making
Hell
for the
yeah.
rest of your life. Not even 100.
You be some dude who's been there for 30 years, be like, yo, remember Pam had a fat ass? Hey, for real. They'll hit you with that bullshit and be like, man, remember Pam had a fat ass? Yeah, man, about 13 years ago, man, she's fat as a motherfucker. Yeah, and look at me, man. She fell over. I still smash, man, but listen, you're old. And listen, imagine how much time you spent working for that person, never thinking about what you could do for your fucking show. Like, imagine people spending money, every paycheck on everything other than investing in themselves. So I'm like, yo, why would I work somewhere and not take all their money and build my own shit that I can to be what I want to be? I don't fucking want to work for no fucking body. Tell me when to go on a fucking break, when I can get sick and shit.
30 years, yeah.
For 30 fucking years?
Yeah.
And you think that's cool? And listen, don't get me wrong. There are people who are in some phenomenal situations where I say stay right where the fuck you at.
Right.
And then listen,
because not all jobs are hell, right?
Not at all. But also too, not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur either.
No.
You feel me? It takes a lot.
A ton.
And listen, even sometimes when I'm sitting back and I'm just, man.
I mean, to be honest,
this is God damn it. What do I even tell you? I am thinking about this shit at all fucking times, bro.
The doing the 30 and retiring, that's semi the easy way out. Because it's all laid out for you. You just got to show up and do what you're supposed to do. You don't have to do anything extra.
That's it. That's just different from like sitting back trying to make sure that, you know, hey, what can I do to help Jeff? How do I help Jeff grow in this shit? Like I told you before, like even in this, I want Jeff to be his own person inside of Dank Dad. And I'm heavy on him about that shit because I'm getting ready to go. This shit that I got written down over here, my new Mediocrity Burns, my new motivational podcast that I'm doing. Once I jump out there, I need for you to jump out there and do something and be great for you.
Mm-hmm.
It's just about growth.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like if you're not growing, then shit. But what I'm learning, which is crazy because I got a real cool situation. I put an artist in place about a couple of years ago. Funny story. This kid, his name is Ryan, and Ryan was an artist. It's funny we talk about this because it's kind of perfect for the situation. Ryan was an artist. I was in the studio one night. I was in Dallas, and I was in the studio, and these guys were like, "Yo, I want you to see this kid named Ryan." So they showed him to me, and I checked him out. And Ryan was phenomenal from the start. Like just to see him from the look, everything about him. And I remember going and saying, "Yo, I'm going to go fucking get this kid. I want to go get him." And so I went through all the channels. I tracked him down, got his phone number. We talked and shit, and he was telling me that he's going to the Navy. And I was like, "What?" He was like, "Yeah, man, I got to do something for my family. Like, I got to contribute." And so when I looked at his, I said, "Well, listen, let's have a meeting first before you do that." And so we sat down. I met his dad, and like they weren't hurting for money, but he felt like he needed to contribute, right? And so I was like, "Damn," And looked at he had a nice little car. He was a smart dude, smart young kid. And so I was like, "Look, can you hold off a little bit before you join the Navy?" And so I went to a couple of the homies, and one of the homies was like, "Yo, they're never gonna let him." I can't say that on television. I can't say this on YouTube. But anyway, I was directed how to work it. So my partner Lulu Torres, who's going to be one of the biggest executives in music coming up real soon, I partnered those two together, and now the return on that is coming very soon. Mm-hmm. But just believing and seeing that and understanding what's happening. When I say real soon, I mean real fucking soon. And when it does come and drops in here, you're gonna see there's gonna be some different shit going on around here. You hear me? When you see shit hanging from the ceiling and then we got girls coming by with trays of food and shit, it's gonna be different. You hear me? But no. But just in general, like, I've done a lot of investing in myself and in my beliefs personally, and it's not easy because some things take away from other places. You know, like my wife, man, like the sacrifice that she makes for me to do all of this shit is a lot, I think, you know, and it may look small, but it's a lot. And so there's a lot of pieces that come into place when you are, you know, helping somebody with their dreams.
Yeah.
You know, but at the same time, I'd rather focus on this than giving somebody 30 years of my life. I'd rather say, yo, I fought, you know. I think the biggest thing for a lot of people is stability.
Yeah.
Right? I'm finding myself like now, you know, I'm in a place where it's like, yo, let's look for retirement options and this, that, and the third. But for me, it's, yo, I'm going big.
Right.
Like in my mind, I don't see shit else in my mind other than, yeah, we'll be 40, 50, 80 up, million,
and
million up there.
Doing that 30 gives you a little bit, a sense of stability at least. You know,
True.
like it's not the.
You get 2 good weekends, 2 good vacations a year. What you get? Huh? What you get, homie?
Yeah, about
Private
that.
jet come in there?
Nah.
PJ? No? I can't have that on one shit. I want it all, homie, and everything in it. I want a boat. I want the fucking yachty. I want all that. Fuck that. I don't have to live small, man. I don't have to. I live the way the fuck I want to live. You think it, you can have it. And I believe that shit. And that's what we gonna have.
Facts.
Believe me on
and
that.
That's what you're just, you know,
Bust down Rolex is coming next. It's on the way.
Engraving in my brain and my thought process and fucking.
They ain't gonna like you with a bust down Rolex. I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
Huh?
I don't give a fuck.
You're like Justin.
As long as Trey Lance.
Trey Lance.
Oh, damn.
There you go. No, I'm just saying, man. Like, I grew up in an environment where it can only be one. Right? I truly think that that's the shittiest mind state on the planet. I feel like when I see talent in people, I feel like it is a major part of my growth to help invest in other people's talent. Right? So from day one, I knew you were the guy. From day number one. And you have a bigger talent than this. You listen, this is your platform. You can always jump on here and just do some sports and spit your shit. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But if they got you focusing on what they need you to focus on, you can't grow and create as a human that you should.
Right.
And they leave you in fear.
Mm-hmm.
The biggest thing is breaking out of fear.
Yeah.
Not being afraid to be you. When we first started this podcast, you weren't the guy you are now.
No, definitely not.
Hell no.
Way different.
Super kind of, yeah. What we're gonna do today? Fuck, come on, man. What the fuck are you doing, bro?
Get out of here.
Come on outside.
Fuck out of here.
See? And so things change, and it's just. And listen, activity is everything. That's a bigger thing for me. Activity, just doing it. Look how far activity brings you. You know why a lot of people don't even try? Because they don't see activity. They never get a chance to even experience activity. Now, we could leave this thing tomorrow. You'd be like, yo, I could do a podcast. I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing.
Right.
Because you put most of this shit here, you guys don't know, is that I write and Jeffrey sets this shit up and we sit down, we come together, and this is how we go.
Yep. And then we know enough about each topic that we can
100%. And we just did that today, which is funny.
Yep. We were writing, and then you stopped mid-write and said, let's just go. Let's just fucking do it.
Fuck it.
We'll end on this just because I didn't see this comment, but homie Ian, he just got a top fan badge on Facebook for Dank Dad Sportscast. I don't know if the Facebook gave him the top fan badge.
Oh, shit.
So he's coming on here using that. Yeah, shout out to Ian for being top fan.
The love is
real. Attaboy, Ian.
Damn.
But he asked, I got Michigan and Ohio State as one of the best, greatest rivalries in all of sports. Who you guys got? Best rivalry. I mean, for me, I love Niners or Giants Dodgers. That's big for me. People die over that. Pretty severe. Yankees Red Sox.
Cowboys Redskins.
Redskins.
Commanders. No, Cowboys Redskins.
Cowboys.
Yeah, Cowboys,
Yep.
Redskins. I can say whatever the fuck I want to say on my.
Some of those soccer rivalries. Serious.
Don't nobody know about that shit,
I
Jeff.
know. United States needs to win.
Oh, who we
Tuesday.
play? Iran?
Yeah, if they don't win, I don't.
Not
think
yet. Not yet.
qualify.
No, not yet. I'm ready.
Oh.
I'm ready. I've been looking up. Listen, my knowledge. Let's stay where we were at.
Yeah. What's your greatest rivalry?
Shit, it's got to be the Cowboys, Redskins, and Cowboys.
Oklahoma, Texas. Oklahoma State. Florida State.
Now, you know what? College football for sure. Michigan, Ohio State is definitely the greatest rivalry in college football because they still same place.
I would
Now
agree.
that you said that shit, no, right? Think about it. It used to be Oklahoma, Texas, and they would both be up there. Red River rivalry, boom, stadium packed. We all wanted to see it, and it meant something. Who else? Florida State, same shit. It would always go off, and it meant something within the college landscape.
Alabama, LSU, pretty big too.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think that's Ohio State, Michigan big.
Nah, no, not like the real rivalry of it all. No, he's right. I would give him that in the college landscape, but in sports, woo.
Yeah, he said all sports. I mean, Yankees, Red Sox, that shit's pretty big.
Yeah, I think that's probably the biggest.
That's really big.
I think that's it. According to
and NFL doesn't have rivalries like they did. Like the NFC East might be the only division that really fucking and the North and the North, AFC North. They all fucking hate the Bengals and Pittsburgh and Cleveland. They all fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
And then the NFC East with the Cowboys, they all fucking hate each other. But all the other divisions, I mean, Broncos, Raiders, they have a little rivalry. They don't like each other. That's a big rivalry.
All that shit.
Niners,
Cleveland Raiders. Not all that stuff.
The NFL, as far as like, there's not really many in the NBA. Lakers, Celtics.
Yeah.
But not now. That shit's dead. Like that shit was big in hell long ago. Not anymore. Same with the Niners, Cowboys. Niners, Cowboys was a big ass rivalry too in the '90s, but not anymore. Who gives a fuck about that shit anymore?
Yeah, he's right. He might be right. Sorry, hey, man, for the fucking question. Where we at, bro?
We're at time. We are the Dank Dads. Dank Dads Sportscast, episode 12. Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Appreciate you guys commenting, following, watching, sharing, all that. Have had a couple requests for merch or merchandise. We've had a couple people asking me about that. Yeah, but yeah, no, this shit's always real and authentic.
We're gonna pull in some merch and shout out that sweater you got on today, Jeffrey.
Oh, this is the Reno American Little League sweater. I grew up playing in this league. Now Lincoln.
Tell me about it. Is that Lincoln's league?
Now Lincoln plays in this league that I was playing in. That was pretty cool.
Okay.
It's definitely probably the top one of all Reno. So
I'm loving it, man.
But yep.
Salute to
we are the Dank Dads. Hope
man.
you guys have a good weekend watching this football and see you next week. Deuces.